The champ is here. Obviously not me, but look at this. Look at this wonderful piece of gold. And it's heavy, by the way, as well. And they belong to this wonderful woman here by my left, Franchón Crews-Dezurn, who defends these this Saturday. Big room, Madison Square Garden. I feel like I've got to keep saying big room because there's a difference. There's a big difference. If you go to the big room, well, you kind of made it.
Yeah,
you kind of made it.
yeah.
Made it. You know, I feel like people don't know about your journey to get to the stage. Like, this is all nice, right? This is good, and we're here, and there's all the cameras, and everyone's taking photos, but you've been doing this 20 years.
We almost there, but it feels like it.
Yeah?
It feels like it. I think a lot of people get it misconstrued because I make it look easy.
Yeah.
They don't know the sleepless nights. They don't know when I had to sleep in my mother's hallway. They don't know when I had to get one-way tickets to fights, because if I didn't win, then I didn't have a future. So I had to bet on myself, literally. But I mean, everything that happened to get me to this point was worth it, for this opportunity, for this moment. So if I had to trade it, nah, I just keep the same journey.
You know, you seem built for this moment. And like, I've interviewed so many world champions. In some, it's the case, look, we got there, that was the box ticked, becoming a world champion. You're like, no, so you can shake your head. You're like, no, this is just the start. Like, we're at the start of this new journey, new chapter.
Yeah, I put my heart and soul into this, and everything I do, everything I've sacrificed just to get here. And I could breathe, but it's not a sigh of relief. It's a sigh of catching my second wind, because I know it's going to get more difficult. It's going to require a different me. So I'm just trying to keep evolving and keep investing and keep believing in myself that I'm capable of this. Because like you said, I look built for it. Sometimes I don't feel like I'm built for it, but I know I'm connected to the source. Yeah. So anything can happen. I could create the future that I desire, and that's what I'm doing.
Talk to me about fighting on this card. This is a big card.
Yeah, so
you've had these fights. What's the phone call like when you get that phone call and they say, you know, you're on the undercard of the biggest female fight of all time?
Yeah, well, I had a couple transitions. This fight was supposed to take place last year in June, which it didn't. And then I had a couple transitions, switching promoters and trying to find a great platform to have this fight. So I would have been happy just on a regular DAZN Matchroom card. But when I got the call from my manager, Peter Kahn, and he said, you're fighting on the undercard of Amanda and Katie. I'm like, oh, okay. And he's like, no, you're going to be like co-main event. Like he said, I'm co-main event, but just the fact, like, but I'm the show opener.
Yes.
So
does that excite you?
Yeah.
People are going to tune in, and it's going to be packed. When you're fighting, there will be like 15,000 in there.
Yeah.
You're going to walk out in front of 15,000. Have you seen what the Irish are like as well, by the way?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I mean, mind you, I've fought on world stages as amateur, and I've been in places where they didn't give a F about me and threw things at me. So I'm good. The crowd gonna love me. They're gonna love me for my ambition, and I just know my purpose is to become undisputed and to get the show started. And I'm going to set the bar high to make it a hard act to follow. So I know they're going to see me and they're like, oh, okay, we got one up her.
You seem to, everywhere you go, you seem to honor sort of a great in that area. We're in New York. You fought in Texas, and I think you honored Beyonce out there.
Yeah.
New York. Is it Mary J? Who you honoring? Mary J? It has to be Mary J.
No.
Hey,
but
Mary J?
Listen, it's definitely somebody very close to her.
Okay.
I think I honor Mary J when I step out. I don't mean to, but they call me Franny J. Blige sometimes. If you know her story, you know how much she had to overcome, so I can definitely relate to her in that. But it's someone very close to her. It's someone that I admire, their tenacity, their relentlessness, and just everything they bring to the table. People didn't get it. They didn't get it back then, but they got it now.
They kind of understand
and they see the influence for multiple generations, and that's how I feel like I want to leave my mark on boxing.
Let's talk about your opponent. It'd be rude not to. Ellen Cedros, obviously.
Yes.
World champion in her own right, unified champion. So this is for, have you heard the phrase, all the marbles?
Yeah.
This is for all the marbles.
I'm short a couple, so I could use a couple extra marbles.
This is for all the marbles and the Ring Magazine belt as well. So one of you is walking away with everything.
Yes.
And then, look, this is a super fight, but then, you know, there is a talk of super fights now. There are big super fights out there for you if you win this one. Let's not look past her, but she's a good opponent.
Yeah. I mean, every interview I've given her respect as a champion. Like, everyone's journey is different, but once we get past that, we have to look at the facts and we have to look at the caliber. And when you put us next to each other, it don't add up. she's a soccer player turned boxer. I've been boxing over half of my life, you know, so it's different. That's like you trying to take a high school basketball player, put him with LeBron. Yeah, you won titles, you won championships, but you ain't with LeBron. It's levels. That's like you trying to put one of these new girls that play tennis against Serena, even in her old age, and Venus. It's levels. So that's how I feel in my predicament. It's still going to be levels. Whether it's ugly or pretty, I'm going to find a way to get it done. I got 10 rounds to figure it out, and it's going to be done.
Final question. You mentioned 10 rounds. Are you one of those that are wanting the 12 3-minute rounds as opposed to the 10 2 minutes?
So, of course, I love equality for women and men, but I'm not going to fight 3 12-minute rounds and still get paid what I get paid for 10 $2. Look, I said $2 rings.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're going to do equality, let's do equality all the way around the board. And I understand it's a process. It takes time. It's a lot of logistics that go into it. When the opportunity presents itself and it makes sense, sure. But I know women can do it. There have been a few women who fought 10 3-minute rounds, or, you know. So it's coming along the way. We have to take it one step at a time.
Franchón, how many glasses?
Huh?
How many glasses do you have?
I have a lot.
Hundreds.
I have a lot.
Every interview, it's a new pair of glasses.
And you know, I was looking at some very, you know, older pictures of me, and it's my aesthetic. It's not a gimmick. This is just how I am. Like, they say the eyes are a window to the soul, and this world is very soulless at times, so I have to protect myself.
Protect yourself indeed. Good luck on Saturday.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Champ is here.